Hello Pisces, thank you for joining me. It's Sandra here from Wolf Moon Tarot. This is your Fairy Oracle reading for May 2021 or thereabouts. I've pre-shuffled the cards to get your energy into the cards, so I'll just do a final shuffle in a minute, but just very quickly to say, Pisces, that I'm doing this reading for you on the 29th of April 2021, so just a couple of days after the height of the full moon in Scorpio. It was a super moon, so closer to the earth than normal, but a very intensive transformational energy that has come through in all of the readings I've been doing very recently. So it's very intense energy. So if you're interested in the moon energies and how they influence, guide and or sometimes impact upon us, or as in this case can challenge us because of the change that it brings in. I mean, it's all necessary. Energy is part of our life cycles, but can be challenging nevertheless. So I've recently published your weekly reading, Pisces, for the 26th of April through to the 2nd of May 2021. So you might find that interesting to just have a little look at that and see how you know, what you're reading revealed really about this time. Alright, so I'll just do a final shuffle now of the Moonology cards. So we have had a card that's just jumped out, and it's the Disseminating Moon. It's saying time to breathe out. So for some reason, have you been very busy and sort of holding your breath almost because of the intense energies? So let's see, I'll just put that to one side, time to breathe out, and then I'll just do a little bit more of a shuffle. So we have the South Node, and this is saying don't let your past hold you back, Pisces. Don't allow your past to hold you back from going forward. And time to breathe out. Alright, so, okay, the final shuffle of the Fairy Oracle card by Brian Froud. See what the fairies have to say to you at this time, Pisces. So we have the heart of your reading, a situation and your energy, the challenges around at this time for you, through this time, what's in your power ×2, a possible outcome, and then something else that the energies would like to say to you. At the bottom of the deck we have the Oak Man. This is ancient ancestral wisdom. Drawing up from the roots of wisdom, wisdom that's stored in our DNA. So, you know, it's a slow energy, so it's taking your time, looking at situations, drawing up from the roots, using your intuition. Now, there's something about young people here. There's some younger energies here. Being under the protective shadow, if you like, of this Oak Man here. So it could be about connections, family connections. It could be to do with children as well. But needing to draw on the roots of a situation. Alright, I'm going to put that to one side just for now. And could we have some clarifying cards to clarify all of the cards on the table, please? Oh gosh, they're flying about all over the place. So let's just have a quick look at the two that have flown out. So we have the Fairy Godmother, which is about a gift being offered, giving unconditionally, but also needing to hold something back for yourself. So as you are giving, you need to reserve your energies also. Which we have to, don't we, to keep going. So, but there's some form of a gift here, and then light being shed on a situation for going forward. So something being lit up. All right, so I'll just pop those back in and do another couple of shuffles. So I'll just pop these on top for a bit of depth and clarity to your reading, Pisces. And at the bottom of the deck we have the Ra. And the Ra is very much of a very fast energy. This is a fast mental energy. Not grounded. There's no grounding here. It's very much about everything that's going on in your mind at the moment. So we'll come back to that in a moment. But that's interesting, and that's alongside now of the Oakmen, which is a much slower energy, which is about drawing up from the roots, not staying in the mind, drawing on ancestral information and knowledge and wisdom, and just taking your time. It's a much slower one. So let's see where this is going. So at the heart of your reading, Pisces, we have the Pipers, and we have she the Retriever. So the Pipers, this is about balance, the need for harmony and balance. And then she the Retriever, this is when something you thought had gone and lost was lost, and you couldn't get it back. This is saying with a little bit of effort, you can retrieve it, you can get it back. And what this is to do with is something to do with balance and harmony. And you know, you can get this balance and harmony back. If you're feeling things have been a bit out of balance lately or recently, then you know you can get that back. So let's see. So what are the challenges for you at this time? Well, we have Laguna, the fairy queen, fairy stroke frog queen, and we have Iris of the rainbows. And so so Laguna, the message from Laguna is you're on the toadstool getting ready to take a leap of faith going forward, and you don't mind where you land, because if you land in the damp undergrowth, then the frog part of Laguna is quite happy rooting around under the leaves. If you were to land in the flowers or in the trees, then you know the fairy part of Laguna is quite happy. Okay, so but this is a challenge for you at the minute. So something about planning to go forward, take a leap of faith going forward, and then perhaps which direction you're going in. So although Laguna in the true sense doesn't mind where she lands, perhaps that would be a challenge for you, Pisces. Perhaps you want to know where you're going. You want to know where you're going to land. Because Iris of the rainbow, now this is about blessings coming in, being offered blessings, but having to let go of something from the past, needing to let go of an old energy. And you see, Iris is starting to, she's turning towards the blessings that are being put in her hand. However, she's still got her foot on this bubble of the past. But we have a little fairy here with a bow and arrow that's pointed at the bubble. So this bubble is going to be popped anyway, whether you want it to be or not. There's something to do that you're holding on to from the past is going to be popped. It's going to go. And that's going to enable you then to turn fully to receive the blessings here that's going forward. So far as this taking a leap of faith, why this is a challenge for taking a leap is because of holding on to something from the past. You're holding on to that's influencing or impacting on you taking that leap of faith going forward. So these are the challenges for you at this time. This time of a need for harmony to retrieve a balance. And that'll be something different for all of you. For some of you it'll be a work-rest balance for some of you. But it doesn't have to be, it could be something else. So what's in your power at this time? Well, we have Astasis and we have himself, two very powerful energies. Now, Astasis is a very quick energy, but this is about pure ecstasy. So this is about tapping into your joy, the essence of who you are, but very, very joyful, happy, optimistic energy. Pure ecstasy. So tapping into pure ecstasy. And the clarifier is himself, and he is a very powerful, universal, godlike energy. So you can see he's got sun stars in his hair, lighting up his hair. His crown chakra is lit up, which is connections to the universal energies, because he is all powerful. His third eye is lit up, which is about his second sight, intuition, all being all-knowing. And his heart chakra is lit up because he comes from a very loving place and wants the best for us all. So he's come forward, and when he comes forward, he energizes all of the rest of the cards around him, the messages around him. So he's come forward and he's energized Estasis. So he's very much saying, he's a very paternalistic energy, wanting the best for everybody. So he's come forward saying, you know, he's bringing his blessings and power to do with this Estasis. Estasis is a very powerful energy anyway. And himself coming forward, connected to Estasis, is energizing this energy and making it even more powerful. So this is something that's really, really sparking you, Pisces. Something that's really, really sparking you. You're receiving fantastic energy from the universe and from the earth coming up. And it's spreading out. It's sparking out. And it's something to do with this very powerful universal energy, I feel, and earth energy. There's a coming together here, and the spark is happening here. So beautiful energies there. And so what else is in your power? Well, we have Jehovah and the Sage. So Jehovah is saying, what is it you're fearful of? What is it that you're frightened of? That you're fearing? Face your fears. You've got to face your fears, Pisces, for some of you. And you've got to use your wisdom. This is the Sage. And the Sage uses his wisdom. And he's a very modern, he's not... right, the Oak Man is very much about drawing on ancestral wisdom, drawing up from the roots. And it's very slow energy. The Sage isn't so slow. He's very wise, but he's up to date, he's very modern. So he's a modern thinker. And he sees with one eye, as you can see here. His other eye is blanked out, but that's because he's looking inward. So he's able, whatever he sees on the external part of him, he's able to make sense of it by looking inward and using his intuition to do with whatever it is. So this is about tapping into your inner wisdom, wisdom that you've built up over the years, to face whatever it is you're fearing, to face your fears now, using your intuition and your wisdom to face your fears. And I feel that's, if we come back to the Ra and the Oakman, and the Ra is about mental acumen, thinking things through. But it's not grounded, but it becomes grounded because it's clarifying the Oakman, and the Oakman is extremely grounded. Very, very much connected to the earth energies. So we've got this lovely meeting of the mind and roots, so of the upper branches of the tree and the roots of the tree here, and the wisdom and knowledge that comes with that. So I feel for some of you Pisces, this is representing yourself. Because we've also had Estasis, didn't we? Which is that quick spark energy, being able to take advantage of universal and earth energies here, energized by himself. It's very much sort of a meant to be sort of an energy. Okay, so lots going on for some of you here, Pisces. Now, a possible outcome here, we have the Dark Lady and we have the Death. And because I always say it's death and transformation. Now the death is very much a Scorpio energy, and I've been talking about the full moon in Scorpio, a super moon in Scorpio, which is about a deep transformation and change being brought in. So the Dark Lady, this is about tapping deep within yourself, Pisces, tapping into the deep recesses, perhaps even touching base with the shadow side of yourself, but to get that real understanding of you, who you are, where you come from, what makes you tick. Meditating, yoga, time out, walking in nature, but really getting into the heart of yourself and who you are. You know, if there are any rose tinted glasses on, just take them off now, you know. So you can look at something now, really look at it. Because the clarifier is the death card. So this is about shedding, releasing, letting go of something that's not serving you any longer. And I feel this is what you're going to be doing within the Dark Lady energy. Releasing, shedding, letting go, transformation. And with that comes a gift. And it's the gift of new beginnings, new opportunity going forward. So, you know, the Dark Lady looks at things, warts and all, no holds barred, but really going into the recesses of herself. It's not gender specific, by the way. Just to get to the root of things, as with the Oakman, as with the Sage, just to get to the root of situations and just to see what needs to be released. Okay. It's right, I'm not being allowed to move on at the moment. This all could also, for some of you, could be saying it's time to release being stuck in the Dark Lady energy. Perhaps being stuck in a negative cycle, being stuck in sort of trying to get to the bottom of things, trying to get a deeper understanding, investigating, researching, seeking out. We can get stuck into a cycle of doing that and not being able to come up, and that's why this has come forward saying take time to breathe out. Because if we're constantly going inwards, searching, and almost holding our breath as we do that, then it becomes a repetitive cycle. So that's why the disseminating moon came forward. It's saying it's time to breathe out now, time to let it go. Let it go, let it go, and that's where the death card comes in. Let go of this energy now. It's time to release it. For some of you, all right? For some of you, if that's what's been happening, it's time to let go now. But what are your fears? What is it you're fearing? What is it you're fearing here? With your looking inward and your intuition. What is it you're fearing about letting go? So don't let your past hold you back. So it's something from the past. Don't let your past hold you back. Breathe out now. So what do your guides want to say to you? Okay, here we go. So we've got Epona's Wild Daughter, and we've got the Green Woman. So Epona's Wild Daughter, this is about facing something from the past. Whatever it is, and it'll be something different for all of you Pisces, it's time to just look at a trauma from the past that has been holding you back. Okay, that's been holding you back from going forward in the way that you need to go forward. So it's just perhaps acknowledging that and accepting that. And then letting it go, releasing it. Because we have the Green Woman here, and this is about being yourself, being your authentic self. Stripping away the layers of conformity, of, you know, through childhood, through growing up, adjusting and conforming to what's expected. But it's time to let that go now and be yourself. You know, whether it's the green woman is very much about nature and being part of nature, being a part of nature, part of a tree. So this is about tapping into that part of yourself now, being who you are meant to be, perhaps tapping in the wild side of yourself. All right, so dancing out in the fields, meditating, doing yoga, singing round the campfire, dancing, banging your tambourine, whatever it means for you, Pisces. So face what's gone, deal with it, look it in the eye, and then move forward and be who you are meant to be, who you've always been meant to be, Pisces. This is a time of great change and transformation now. So quite a lot of powerful messages there coming through for you, Pisces. All right, so can we have 2 final messages, please, for Pisces? 2 final messages. And I will just mention this, that something that as I was shuffling, I saw there was a message on one of the cards that was saying it's time to there's a need to balance practicality and spirituality. So that's a message for somebody. Try to balance practical things with spiritual things, and that's probably where this the Piper, the balance, comes in. Okay. Right, so here we have 2 messages, final messages for you. We've got transformation, a fresh new way of living emerges. And then fogged in, go slow, take your time. So, transformation. So this is the phoenix rising up from the ashes. So this is, this is what the full moon in Scorpio is bringing forward. It's transformation time for many of us. And, rising up from the ashes, not repeating old cycles that have not served you in the past. So going forward anew, a fresh new way of living emerges. And I feel that's what, the green woman is saying also, coming forward. Letting go of what's not served you any longer and going forward, different, reborn, if you like. And then fogged in. So go slow and take your time. So things are not 100% clear at the moment, how it's going to transpire, which way you're going to go. So there's no rush. Don't go forward blindly. Take your time. Take your time. Draw on the Oakman energy. Draw on your inner wisdom. Face your fears. Face your fears, as with G. Hobya, which is about what is it that you're fearful of that's holding you back. And Epona's wild daughter. So it's just a little bit of work left to do to achieve balance. But you can achieve balance. You can retrieve balance. The universe has got your back here and pushing you onward, heading towards your ecstasy. Something needs to be shared and released, and it's perhaps too much. It's perhaps if there's been too much introspection, if that's been happening too much, then it's time to release that. Time to move on from that, I feel. Time to breathe out, not to let your past hold you back. But go slow, take your time. Things are not clear, 100% clear at the moment. All right, Pisces. All right, but it's very much a time of transformation for you. So lovely energies, lovely reading for you, Pisces. So good luck going forward, and I hope you can join me again in the future. Bye bye for now.